Jacob Cross had never believed in curses, only consequences. So when he inherited a decaying Victorian boarding house from an uncle he barely remembered, he packed his tools and his skepticism and drove out to the countryside to claim it. The house stood alone at the edge of a forgotten town. Dust blanketed the floors, wallpaper peeled like scorched skin. In the backyard, tucked beneath drooping pine trees, was the boarding house, an aging structure sealed with chains across the door and boards hammered into the windows. It had been locked for decades. Locals said people disappeared there, that it had memory problems. Jacob laughed at the idea. On the third day, he pried the chains off the boarding house and stepped inside. It was like a tomb. Dishes still sat on the dining table, rusted silverware in stiff hands of dust. At the bottom was a door that didn't belong. No knob, no hinges, no wood grain, just smooth steel sealed into the concrete. Jacob pressed his hand against the cold surface. The air buzzed with static. His teeth ached, and before he could think better of it, he forced the door open. Inside was a windowless gray room, perfectly square, bare concrete, and silence so loud it made his skull throb. He stepped in, and everything changed. Jacob staggered back into the hallway, but his phone showed that 3 hours had passed. He remembered only minutes. Over the next few days, things unraveled. He couldn't remember simple details. How many light switches were in his kitchen, what day it was, the name of his mother. Voices began to whisper from behind the walls. They weren't always in English. One night, he awoke to find his phone recording. Playback revealed his own voice, muttering, "Don't let it know you. Don't let it take your name." Desperate, Jacob tracked down the last surviving tenant from the boarding house, an elderly woman living in a care home, silent for decades. But when he showed her a photo of the room, she began to scream. "You went in!" she shrieked. "You let it see you! It'll copy you! It'll forget it's not you!" Jacob returned home that night to burn it down, but when he descended into the basement again, the steel door was gone. In its place was a hallway. No matter which room he entered in the house, the hallway followed. The room remembered him, and soon it became him. Neighbors say Jacob moved away. Others say he vanished. But on some nights, the house seems to hum, and if you press your ear to the basement wall, you'll hear it. Knocking, whispering, and a voice, Jacob's voice, pleading from the other side. "Don't open the door, please. I don't know who I am anymore." In the end, the house did not just remember Jacob, it took all of him, leaving echoes of his existence to haunt those who dared to listen. Whispers of his name linger in the air, carried by the winds that rustle through the trees, reminding all who pass that some secrets are better left undisturbed. Yet, the allure of the unknown draws them closer, unaware that the house has not forgotten, and it eagerly awaits its next visitor. As they cross the threshold into darkness, the house stirs awake, eager to weave new stories into its tapestry of forgotten memories. Unbeknownst to them, every step reverberates with the memories of those who came before, each whisper laden with a warning that goes unheeded. The thrill of discovery quickly morphs into unease as they sense the weight of unseen eyes watching their every move, the house alive with its own dark intentions. In that moment of darkness, the house reveals its true nature, a living entity that thrives on fear, eager to consume the souls of the unwitting. As curiosity battles fear, they inch toward the light, unaware that the house has awakened its memories, ready to ensnare them in its web. Within those frames lie the stories of those who once inhabited the house, their laughter and tears echoing through the air, intertwining with the present. With each contact, the fabric of time begins to unravel, pulling the teens deeper into the house's tragic history, intertwining their fates with those long gone. Caught in a tempest of memories, they realize that the house is hungry for their essence, seeking to add their souls to its collection of lost lives. The house, alive with malice, closes in around them, transforming from a mere structure into a ravenous entity, reveling in their fear and despair. But hope is a fleeting thing, and as they approach the light, the house's grip tightens, feeding on their desperation, making each step feel like a fight against an unseen force.